Hey, I've got a couple things that I wanted to show y'all today. One is this happy mail that I got from Kristie Bittleston, and I will put her all her links down in the video description because you're going to want to go and visit her. I've been holding on to this for a while because I wanted to make a video and I didn't want to, stuff to get scattered out everywhere. So finally I can start enjoying the stuff that she sent. She sent me, okay, here's how I found Kristie. I ran across one of her videos. She does dot painting, with the dots that, looks like super easy, but it's not, because I tried it and you gotta trust me on this, it's not. But it is so soothing for me to watch these people dot painting these mandalas and different designs on stuff. So I started following her, and then I didn't realize until much later that she not only does this, she does kind of everything, and she does it well. So yeah, I follow her like a crazy stalker person, and she sent me one of her meditation stones that she has dot painted, and I keep doing this because it feels so smooth, and the little bumps on there, it's just awesome. I just cannot even express how awesome it is. And I think she has an Etsy store where she maybe sells these and other things. You're gonna want to check her out. So she sent me this, and she told me I was expecting this, but I wasn't expecting everything else. And it came in this cool, which I'm sure she made, little pouch thing. I'm going to put it in here because I don't want it to get messed up, because I need to stroke it some more. Okay. She also sent this dish for, like to set your paintbrushes in, and which is, painted and awesome. And then she signed it on the back. So this is super cool. This is going to just sit permanently on my little table here, so I can prop my paintbrushes on it, or I can, throw doodads or whatever in it. I love that dish. And she sent, she does everything, and she does it well. Beautiful watercolored card and a sweet note, and then she sent me some herbal teas, which I love. Okay, now I can finally drink those because I was saving them so I could, make the video. And she also sent some candy. Okay, that's the one thing that did not survive the wait. I ate all of the candies that she sent because they were really, really good. And it was like a new candy to me I'd never seen before. So, and then here she has another drawstring pouch thing that she sent. And y'all look at this. Okay. She sent this handmade journal. Look at the little charms thingies that she put on here. And I love this fabric. It just makes me laugh. Toast, a humble cousin to a tortilla. And inside, it's got, I don't know if it's got some kind of paper substrate in the middle. I'm not sure what she sewed the canvas around. But look here. It's got a pocket here. It's got a pocket here. Trader Joe's. I miss Trader Joe's. And then the back. Isn't that fabulous? And look at what she put over the spine. I love it. Love it, love it. And then inside, it's got the traveler's notebook refillable thing. And then she included 2 blank journals. Very cool, right? This one is stitched, and then this one is got the staple, saddle stitch, I think is what it is, staple bound. But I'm just, I just don't think there's anything that she can't do and do well. Kristie is awesome. So thank you, my friend, for all of these wonderful, generous gifts that I clearly love dearly. I clearly love dearly. Oh, I cracked myself up. Okay. Next thing I want to show you is, I know it's like a broken record, I'm still doing the Neurographic inspired doodling. It's not exactly neurographic. I've talked about it in another video. I watched videos of people doing neurographic art and was just fascinated by the technique, not so much the whole therapy aspect of it. To me, anytime I do anything creative, it's art therapy for me, because I find it very relaxing and centering, and sometimes I may be thinking about, you know, important life stuff, and then other times I'm just zoned out in front of the TV. So, you know, either way, it's therapeutic to me. Whether I'm concentrating on it being therapeutic or not, doesn't really matter. So that's why I kind of prefer to call this neurographic inspired art rather than actual neurographic art, because yeah, sometimes I'm doing the whole, you know, consciously working stuff out, but most of the time I'm not. But I just do like the technique of making lines and then you just round where they intersect. And I'm really enjoying that, and I'm working on right now, this is a little small journal. I've done some larger ones. That's the one I did last night. And I just do this while we're watching TV. Oh no, that's the one I did night before. That's the one I did last night. I forgot. So yeah. Anyway, this, as you can see, I have done the neurographic doodling on this paintable custom keeper that I have in my web store, and it worked out really well. And I want to show you in case it's something you want to try, because you know it's really good for corralling your different journals or even loose pages of doodles and whatnot. But there are some tricks to it if you want to decorate one of the custom keepers with neurographic doodles. So I've got one here. This one is a larger A5 size. I have all sizes available. And I've got the inserts, the little journals available too, if you choose to give this a try. And I'll show you what I did, what I learned, what not to do. They come like this, and first thing I do is take all the strings out because they're just in the way. And when you buy the custom keeper covers, they come with instructions on how to restring them. So don't worry about undoing it and not being able to get it redone. It's not difficult. Now, this is vinyl. This is not recycled vinyl like our other ones. This is new vinyl. And vinyl is basically plastic. So you're going to want to use markers that are permanent, such as Sharpies. But let me tell you this, even though Sharpie is permanent, it's not permanent on absolutely everything in all situations. You can put it on here, let it completely dry and cure, and still smudge it with just your finger oils, because this is plastic. It's slick. Nothing is absorbing into here. It's sitting right on top. So even though Sharpie is permanent, you're still able to smudge. Keep that in mind. Now here's, okay, how should I do this? Well, let's just start drawing. I've got some fat one. I've got here, let's just use this one to start with. This is the kind of the, you know, typical Sharpie. I don't even know what they call it. Medium point, whatever. And then let's just make some lines. Let me put, do I have a piece of something to put under there? No, not prepared. Okay, I'll use this. Okay. Let's put this here. And we'll just make our lines. Let's just do a regular, you know, whatever. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, okay. They don't have to be straight. They don't have to make sense. They can be kind of wonky and suddenly curve for no reason. Doesn't matter. I do like to start out with kind of, you know, big sections like this. Now if I want to, see here, I want a line going this way, but when it comes down through here, I don't want to make teeny tiny spots. So I kind of sometimes on purpose will start with at an intersection and go like that, because see, if I cross right here, it's going to make a teeny tiny area, and I don't want that. So I kind of purposely go through where they meet sometimes, and like so. I think I want that right there, and then maybe head up that way. See what I'm saying? Cross where they already meet. I'm not really saying that well, but I think you can figure out what I mean. Where do I need? Right here. Like that. And that. And there. Boop. And I'm just kind of, what I'm looking at is the size of the spaces, because I like them to be not too big, but not too small. And just a variety of different shapes. So how's that? I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. Okay. You getting it? Kind of just like super random. Now here's where you need to be careful, because I put this on here. Sharpie's permanent, right? But if I press down hard, the oils from my fingers are going to smudge this permanent Sharpie. Which means if I'm drawing right here, my hand sitting on here is going to smudge this Sharpie. Just trust me on this. It will. So what I do is I take just a piece of scrap paper and lay it down, and I set my wrist on here while I'm filling in. So I'm going to go in and just start kind of, you know, anywhere there's a corner, I just round those corners just like that, and then color in. And a lot of the times I'll just do this first, and if you start from the middle and kind of work your way out, and sometimes I'll work my way in a circle, and I don't do it randomly because I will miss areas. And then as I'm going, I might see, okay, that little space is too big, I'm going to add a line. Okay. And this is just a random way of doing it. Sometimes I do intentional patterns, but you know, especially if you're new and you know you don't do a lot of doodling or drawing, just start randomly. And a lot of the neurographic art people I've seen, they'll do this, they'll round these corners and then just call it done, which is great, you know, go for it. But I don't typically do that, and here's why. When you round the corners like this, you are making a little bit thicker area than the line that you started with. Let's zoom in so you can see. Okay, where's my zoom button? Oh, I've forgotten how everything works. Here we go. Okay. So you see, this, of course, I've colored this in, you know, traced around it. So I've got this kind of thick area and then this thin area. And there's that little disconnect between the thick and the thin right there that bugs me. So I have to smooth it out so that, yeah, see, it just kind of flows better and it's smooth and makes sense. Now that makes me happy. Same thing here. I don't like where it just kind of, you know, it's thick right here and then suddenly it becomes thin. No, let's make that a smooth transition. And then, you know, I'm not very good at drawing, so sometimes I just have to, it gets a lot thicker than I intended because I'm fixing it. So that's what I do. And I'll do this whole thing this way. Just, yeah, rounding the corners, smoothing out. My corner gets funky, I'll re-round it. Just till it looks like I want it to. So I'm going to keep doing this whole thing this way till it's done or nearly done. And I may switch to a thinner marker, especially if I'm working with tiny areas. I'll yeah, use thinner markers and kind of vary the thicknesses of the lines because I like the way that looks. So that's all there is to doing neurographic art. You just don't have to have any kind of skills at all. And I think also part of the whole neurographic thing is coloring it in when you're done, and that's another area where I kind of go my own way. Sometimes I color them in, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll start with a colored page and then, you know, doodle over it. Yeah, so just do it whichever way you want. I'm kind of into this now. I think I'm going to sit here and do some more. If I had stuff to talk about, I would talk while I was doing it, but I don't know that I do. Plus, I can't really see it very well. I need to get right down over it, and y'all just don't need to be staring at the top of my head. So there's that. I was thinking earlier, you know, I've had a little extra time lately, so I've been doing a few more videos and, you know, plans for doing a bunch more. Thinking, ooh, this is great, because my work schedule sort of changed. And then now it's going to change again. It'll probably be worse than it was before. So I don't know how long this is going to last. I'm just going to, yeah, keep making videos and, you know, participate in my Facebook group as much as I can, knowing that it may end at any moment. Such is life, right? You just never know. Okay, turn it. Just make sure I keep my hand on here. And y'all, I did, when I finished this one, I took it outside and I gave it a spray of just a matte finish clear sealer. You know, you can use like a Krylon or, you know, whatever you get at the hardware store or at the craft store. They've got some clear acrylic sealers you can use. Yeah, doesn't really matter what kind. But yeah, I did that just, you know, to hopefully keep from smudging too much. And when I got through with it, I mean, there's smudges on it. You really, it's hard to see. You can maybe see them here on the back. I don't even know if they're showing up, but there's some little, you know, little areas, smudgy areas. And that's okay. I'm not going for perfection. I just want it to look decent and be functional. But there's just something, the Sharpie on the vinyl, it just glides across the vinyl, you know, and it's all smooth and it just feels good to do this. I don't know what it is, but I like the way it feels. So I'm probably going to do several of these. And if you want to do this and you don't see the size you want on my website, just let me know. I'd really rather not do the big ones, like the magazine, A4 magazine size and composition size. Those are really hard for us to do because our equipment's really not big enough for it. And we have to kind of finagle it. And with the plain white vinyl, it's just really difficult to get a good result. But any other size, yeah, if we run out, just give me a shout and we'll get some more made. Okay, I'm going to keep going, do a little more, and then come back and show you how I finish it off. I am almost done. I just have this last little section left. And sometimes I'll, trace inside my lines and make the shape instead of rounding the corners first. So just do whatever works for you. And on the edges of the page, I'll show you, sometimes I just leave them like they are, and then sometimes I'll round them out. So, I'm not real consistent with how I do things, but I just really enjoy doing this. It's very relaxing, very soothing, and it is not easy to mess it up. If you just make a misstep here or there, it's super simple to fix, and I like that. So once I get through doing this, I like to do the fronts and backs of these, just because, it's just another surface to draw on. Flip it over. And these are reversible, so then I can just pick the one I like best and make that the front. Get down here and see. Yeah. Okay. So, yep. Zoom back out. Ta-da! Very nice. And see, this is what I mean by, at the edges, that sometimes I'll do them like that, and then other times I just leave the edges to be edgy. Whatever. But yeah, see, this one I did the inside as well, and then I just picked which one I wanted for the inside, which one for the outside. So there you can make your own little custom keeper to hold your Neurographic doodle journals, or any other journal really. I think the next thing I'm going to try to do, and okay, don't hold your breath on this one, but I really want to make some downloadable ones of these so that you can print them out and color them. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to go. I'm not very good at, doing that, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. So, that's all I've got for today, y'all. The end.